Hello everyone. Today we have to start exercise 3.4 of your NCRT. In that exercise, we have to learn a concept. The name of the concept is elementary transformation. So this method is used to find the inverse of a matrix. Fine. If A is any matrix given to you and you have to find out the inverse of that matrix, then you have to apply this method. Fine. There are two types of elementary transformation. That is elementary row transformation. Elementary row transformation is a transformation in which you can apply operations only in row. Fine. I will tell you what kind of operation you can apply. Fine. Just you have to now you have to remember that you have to apply operation only in rows in case of elementary row transformation. And in elementary column transformation, you can apply operation only in columns. Fine. So if you're applying, you're going with any one of the method, you cannot apply another method in between. Fine. In elementary row transformation, your formula is A is equals to IA. And for elementary column transformation, the formula is A is equals to IA. I will tell you when we will take an example, we will solve the question, then I will tell you how can you apply these formulas. Fine. Yes, now we were talking about operation before. So now let's study what are the operations. So suppose any row there are a square matrix like this. Here it is. This is given to you. We are taking the example. If any square matrix is given to you, fine. So our first operation is Ri interchanging. This double side arrow indicates that interchanging. So here Ri is interchanging with Rj. That means what? You can interchange any row with any other row. For example, here I am changing R1 with row R3. That means what? You can write like this: 1, 5, 2, 3 minus 2, 0, 2, 8, 6. Fine. So here we are changing the row R1 with R3. So at a place of R1 we are writing R3, and at a place of R3 we are writing R1 like this. So this is known as first operation, that is Ri interchanging with Rj. Similarly, you can change column. For column, here I can change where A is equals to, I am changing column C1 with column C2. So at a place of C1, this is the first column. So I am writing C2, that is 8 minus 2, 5, 2, 3, 1, 6, 0, 2. So this is how we can apply first operation in any matrix. Fine. Now, the second operation is Ri goes to interchanging with K times of Ri. It is also I. You can multiply any row or any column by I. By any constant value, by any constant value. Suppose Ri interchanging with K times of R1. You can multiply any row with any number like 5, 6, 7. For example, if I want to multiply this row, second row. Wait. Where is my duster? Here it is. Fine. Here I want to apply second operation. So you can, I'm multiplying the row R2 by 3 times of R2. Fine. So you can multiply 2, 8, 6. It would be 9. It would be minus 6. It would be 0. And it will remain same. So this is an application of operation 2. This is how you can apply operation 2. Here it is. Operation number 2. Ri changing k times of Ri. So here I have used it. You can check here. You can multiply. We are multiplying the row R2 with any value like 3, and here is the answer after applying this operation. Got it? Now the third is see. The third is you can here Ri goes to Ri plus k times of Rj. Ri changing into Ri plus, this is the operation which you are applying, yes. Now see, how can we apply this operation? So I am going to apply operation number 3. The operation number 3 is Ri tends to Ri plus k times of Rj. That means what? See, I am applying R1 goes to R1 plus 2 times of R3. So you can apply here R1. We have to change. We are changing into R1. So this result you have to write in R1. Fine. So I am applying this R1 plus twice of this plus this, that would be 4. Twice of R3, that is 10. 10 plus 8, that would be 18. 2 times of this, 4 plus 6, that would be 10. 3 minus 2, 0. 1, 5, 2. So this is your operation. I am just giving you the idea here ki how you can apply. Fine. So remember all these things, because we have to use all the concept in question when we will solve. So here it is. So all the 3 operations you have to learn, you have to remember, so that you can apply when you will use this concept in solving a question from elementary transformation. Got it? Yes. See. Now see. Here a question. This question is given to you. A is any matrix. This is given to us. And the question is find inverse using elementary transformation. We have to find out the inverse of this matrix using elementary transformation. So as we know that in elementary transformation is given to you, you can apply any method, that is elementary row transformation or elementary column transformation. You can apply any method. So I am solving here with elementary row transformation. Got it? So as we know that for the elementary row transformation, the formula is A is equals to IA. Fine. So this is the formula, that is A is equals to IA. So A means this matrix which is given to us is equals to, I means this identity matrix. Fine. And A is also given to us. Got it? A, this is what it will remain AA, and every step you have to write. Fine. Now the main concept behind this, what you have to do, you have to convert this matrix into identity matrix. And the operation which you will apply in this matrix, you have to apply in this matrix also. Got it? What we have to do, we have to convert this matrix into identity matrix, and to converting into identity matrix, the operation which you are applying, you have to apply this operation in this matrix also. Fine. At last, when you will get this identity matrix, the matrix which will come here, that would be the inverse of this matrix A. Now let's start. See, this is known as diagonal elements. This is known as upper triangle. This is known as lower triangle. These elements. Suppose 3, 1, 5. That is your diagonal element. So 2, 6, 2, 6, 2. These elements, are known as upper triangle of the matrix, and 1 2 2 1 2 2, these are known as a lower triangle of the matrix. Now first thing which you have to remember in this, that is upper and lower triangle. That means 2 6 2 and 1 2 2, you have to make 0 0. You have to make 0 0. So this, all the three elements, these three elements of upper triangle and these three elements of lower triangle must be 0 if you want to convert this into identity matrix. Got it? The first operation which we have to apply, first of all, try to make this element in first step. At a place of 3 we need 1. So what I'm doing, I can see in row R2, that is 1 is coming at this place. So what I'm doing, I'm interchanging row R1 with row R2. Okay, this is my first operation which I'm applying here. If you want to apply here this on the here, so you are converting row R1 with R2. That means at a place of R1 you have to write all the elements of row R2. That is 1 1 2 3 2 6. First will come at the second place and third will remain the same, like this: 0 1 0 1 0 0 0 0 1. So here it is. This is your step after applying this operation. Yes. In next step, I can see this must be 0, this must be 0. Okay. So what I'm doing, I'm changing R2. R2 goes to R2 minus 3 times of R1. So what I'm doing, I'm changing into row R2 because I need 0 here. So if I will multiply this first row by 3 and I will subtract, so I will get 0 here. Got it? So I'm applying this, and similarly I can apply R3 goes to R3 minus 2 times of R1. Fine. So here I'm applying these two operations. C. 1 1 2. First will remain the same. And second, what you are getting 0 minus 1 0 in second for a C. What I'm doing, I'm multiplying this first row by 3 and subtracting from this. So this 3 minus 3. See this first operation. So 3 minus 3, that would be 0. You are multiplying this by 3 and subtracting from this. So 2 minus 3, that would be minus 1. 6. So you are multiplying this by 3 and subtracting from 6. So you will get 0. Similarly here, you will get 0 0 1 because you are multiplying this by 2, and when you will subtract this, when you are applying this operation, so you will get 0. Multiplying this by 2 and subtracting this from 2, that will be 0. Multiplying this by 2 and subtracting this, that would be 1. So you will get this, and here same operation you have to apply, and after applying here the same operation, first row will remain the same. In second, you are multiplying this row by 3 and subtracting from 1. So you will get 0 because you will multiply by this 0 by 3, you will get 0, and then subtracting from 1, you will get 0. Okay. Wait. This R2 means what? Here we have to write 1 minus 3 and 0. Okay. And in the, row R3 you will get 0, minus 2 and minus 1. So you will get this when you apply this operation here. I know you can apply this operation. Okay. after this step, see what I'm doing. I'm just writing R1 goes to R1 plus R2. Why I'm writing this? Because I need 0 here. Our lower triangle is 0. Now we have to make this 3 elements 0. So 1 is already 0. So you have to make these two 0. So what I'm doing here, I'm converting R1 goes to R1 plus R2. So when you will apply this operation here, you will get 1 plus 1, that would be 1. And this 1 minus 1, that would be 0. And 2 plus 0, that would be 2. Fine, like this. Here it is. Here is the answer. And similarly, in second row, after applying this, you will get this. You have to apply the operation in both matrices, both sides. Please remember that. Okay. After that, now, after applying this, you will get this, and here it is. See, now what I'm doing here, I'm changing R1 goes to R1 minus twice times of R3. So R1 is this, and our R3 is this. Fine. See, when you will multiply, because we have to make this 0. So I'm multiplying this row by 2. And I will subtract this, so you will get this. Then 0 will come here, no? When you will multiply this R3 by 2, so 0, 0, that would be 2, and you have to subtract from R1, you will get this. And similarly, the same concept you have to apply in this matrix. And simply you have to do plus or minus, nothing else. Fine. Now, when you will get this term, now I can see that this minus is creating a problem. This would be the identity matrix, but this minus is creating a problem. So what I'm doing, I'm recalling the property, that is the property number 2. Here I can multiply any row with any number. So I'm multiplying the row R2 by minus 1. When we will multiply this by minus 1, so this whole row, this would be 0, this would be plus 1, this would be 0. This is what we need. Fine. So we have to apply this operation here. So you will get this, and similarly here you have to apply in this row. So this would be minus 1. This would be 3, that would be 0. Fine. So this matrix, this one, this is the inverse of matrix A. This same matrix. This is how we can find out the inverse of any matrix using elementary row or column transformation. Fine. Okay. All the best. Take care.